Every single day, you are putting one of the most dangerous substances on the planet into your body. It is responsible for insulin resistance, obesity, metabolic syndrome, leaky gut, heart problems. Some reports even show that it promotes cancer growth. The worst part is that this substance is found in 73% of all foods in a grocery store. And you are about to be part of this pool of illnesses if you do not rid of this substance from your diet. And this substance is fructose. In a short summary, what fructose does is that number one, it opens up your gut, your tight junction proteins in your small intestine, and that allows the shit from inside your sewage pipes to go into your bloodstream. And that bloodstream is the same one that shares with your brain and your heart. Number two, it also will cause your liver to produce this thing known as triglycerides. It's a kind of fat. And this fat, this triglycerides, get stored in either your liver or in your adipose tissue around your waist. So it leads to two things here. Number one, fatty liver, and number two, obesity. Now that you know all of this, the food companies, do they know this too? If so, why are they still producing things that are gonna cause people this much problems, right? Well, you are missing a very key point here. Fructose is highly addictive. It influences your brain in the same way your reward center of your brain, the nucleus accumbens, in the same way that cocaine, heroin, and alcohol or other drugs of abuse does as well. It hijacks your brain into wanting more. The molecule of addiction, they call it. Another thing about fructose is that it also inhibits not one, not two, but three enzymes, three crucial enzymes that are required in metabolism. And essentially what that does is that it slows down your metabolism rate. You unlock the code called, oh, I have a low metabolic rate. When your metabolism is low, your body would then be stimulated to, oh, I need more food, I need more glucose to put in my body, right? And you start eating more. When you start eating more than what you already have, you obviously gain weight. And that's how obesity problems come up. When you crave more and you eat more, the food companies get paid more. So essentially avoid anything that has sucrose or fructose that's added into it. Another rule of thumb is literally just to avoid the 73% of foods that's found in the grocery stores that are lined with fructose or are ultra processed. It's actually part of this group called NOVA. These 73% is part of this group called NOVA4. Quick 10-second definition. NOVA4 is part of a 4-level group, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of food processing. 1 being harmless, in fact it benefits you, and 4, when you eat it, it literally just poisons you in the long run, so don't eat NOVA4s. Avoid stuff that has sucrose in the ingredients list. Yeah, but wait, kneecaps, but I heard that fruits has fructose, so does that mean I should avoid fruits too? Well, yes, indeed, fruits do actually have fructose. But here's the interesting thing. Fruit also contains a high amount of fiber. And remember when your mom used to tell you when you were a kid, you must eat your fruits and vegetables because they would brush your intestines, the fiber would brush your intestines. Yeah, I found out that that's actually bullshit, but the fiber does actually help you. What the fiber does is that it forms this net, not a brush, but a net inside your intestines, both the soluble and the insoluble. The insoluble one would be the net, and the soluble one would kind of fill up the holes in the net. And it would create this lattice structure. So imagine like a literal fishnet structure inside your intestines, inside your small intestine. And that layer is one of the 3 layers of your intestines called the gut microbiome. And this net of bacteria, of gut microbiome and fiber would trap some nutrients for the microbiome to feed on. Now this kind of sounds like parasitism, right? Kind of sounds like, oh, there's bacteria inside my body that's stealing my food. But the truth is that this is kind of a symbiotic relationship. You feed the gut microbiome, and the gut microbiome would, number one, increase, I can't think of the word, immunity, something like immunity, you know, like what does your white blood cells do? It does something similar. Number two, it also promotes metabolic health. Metabolic health and gives you energy because, you know, fats gives you energy, yeah. So when you eat fruits, the fructose in the fruits is not actually for you. It's more for, you know, your gut microbiome. It's more for the billions of bacteria in there. Now, I got one last final bonus tip for you before I end the video. And it's not really related to fructose, but it's more related to your gut microbiome. Have you ever watched the movie Venom, where there is a parasite where it gives you superpowers essentially? But if you remember, towards the ending scene of that movie, he mentioned something about let's have dinner, or your liver is going to start looking very juicy? Well, it's similar in this case because your gut microbiome would actually begin eating you away, essentially, the third layer of your intestine. So if you don't feed your microbiome every now and then with a little bit of fiber, it's going to start eating away whatever fiber that's left in your microbiome, in your third layer of your gut walls, and until there's nothing left, and you're going to start facing a lot of problems there. So yeah, replenish your gut microbiome. Remember, eat foods that do not have added fructose or high fructose corn syrup. But it's perfectly fine to eat fruits with fiber. My name is Niguang or Kneecaps, and I am producing these videos because I am on a mission. I want to help as many Singaporeans as possible become more aware about their health and natural ways that we can improve it together. Now, if you like this video, you can help me on this mission by simply liking the video and subscribing to this channel, because when you subscribe and like, YouTube algorithm would like me more and start pushing my videos onto other people's For You page. And when that happens, more people are going to find this content, and it's going to be more fulfilling for my mission. And when more people subscribe to it, more people will join this tribe of a healthier Singapore. I would appreciate that. You may even have saved someone's life 10 years down the road if they decide to avoid sugars from now on or something, you know? Yeah, and once you subscribe, welcome to the tribe, bro.